Hey everybody, and welcome back to Movies with Mia. If you're new to the channel, hello and welcome. I'm Mia Tiffany, and here we are watching the greatest classic films throughout history. Today, we are continuing our Noirvember Fusion series by watching the film Gaslight. First things first, I'd like to shout out my Golden Oscar patrons. Guys, thank you so much for your continued support of the channel. And if you're interested in exclusive MWM content, then please check out that Patreon link, which is in the description box below. If you're not quite interested in becoming a patron, but you still want to support the channel, why not consider buying a movie ticket? Movie tickets are donations that are used to help not only the channel, but also our new editor, Zach. So if you're interested in supporting, please head on over to www.buymeacoffee.com/Mia Tiffany. And that link is also in the description box. And speaking of our new editor, Zach, I know I say this in every video now, I really do appreciate everything that he does in terms of getting these videos to all of you in a timely manner. So I did link all of his social media down in the description. Check out his channel, Zank Films. Also send him some thanks, send him some love on Instagram. That's also down in the description box. Thank you so much, Zach. Gaslight was released in 1944, directed by George Cukor. I never know how to pronounce his last name, but Cukor is what we're going with today. If it's wrong, you'll let me know. Starring Dame May Whitty, Ingrid Bergman, and Joseph Cotten, with other notable performances by Angela Lansbury and Barbara Everest, because I said Dame May Whitty twice. I didn't realize I said it twice. All right, guys, at this point, we are going to get into some historical background, but for those of you who want to jump right onto the film reaction, go for it. However, if you want to stay and listen, then stay, because I forgot my script. Gaslight was adapted from an English stage play titled Angel Street by Patrick Hamilton in 1938. 1 year later, in 1939, the British film version of the stage play was released. Then, the US film rights were acquired first by Columbia, then by MGM. Once the rights were in MGM's hands, they greenlit the project. Then they called on George Cukor, which I hope again I'm pronouncing his name right, to direct the project. Gaslight went on to generate an almost $1 million profit for MGM. It would also go on to be nominated for 7 Oscars at the Academy Awards and would win 2, one for Best Art Direction and the other for Best Actress, which was awarded to Ingrid Bergman, this being her first Academy Award. All right, everyone, now on to some interesting facts. The British version of this film was actually the origination of the denominalized term gaslighting, which means to psychologically manipulate someone or a group of people into questioning their own reality, memory, or perceptions about a specific occurrence or event. Now, ironically, Ingrid Bergman was not the studio's first choice for this film. When the film rights were first acquired by Columbia, they wanted to use the film as a vehicle for Irene Dunne. Once the rights were sold to MGM, they wanted Hedy Lamarr to head the film. Did I really say Hedy Lamarr to head the film? I can't believe I wrote that. Too many heads in one sentence, okay? However, George Cukor insisted that Ingrid Bergman be his leading lady. Now, as excited as she was, Bergman was also quite hesitant to take on this role because she felt that she didn't quite fit what the role was asking of her. But luckily, Cukor insisted that she would be perfect for the role and eventually talked her into doing it. Now, at the time, Bergman was contracted by independent producer David O. Selznick, and he was not keen on releasing his hottest star to make this picture. Allegedly, there was a bit of a dispute over who would receive top billing for this film. Charles Boyer was hell-bent on receiving top billing, but Selznick was adamant that if he released Bergman to do this film, she had to receive top billing. Bergman was so excited to star in the film that she ended up convincing Selznick that she didn't want top billing. And with that, the rest was history. Now, with that being said, this is my first time watching Gaslight, and I am so excited to get into it. But before we do, you guys know the deal. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification to stay in the loop. All right, everyone, it is time to grab your snacks, grab your drinks, and let's get into Gaslight. Again, just like the last one with The Big Sleep, we have very theatrical music. Thornton Square, murder unsolved. Strangler still at large. Oh no, so we have a strangler in our midst. And there she is, Ingrid Bergman. This is 2 years after Casablanca, so she's already a well-established star by this point. I love that there's no dialogue in this first part. It's really setting the scene for us here.
You've got to forget everything that's happened here. That's why you're going to Italy. You must think of the future, dear, not the past.
Wow, whatever happened to her, yeah, she's definitely feeling it. Maestro Guardi? Oh, and now she's a beautiful opera singer.
Paula, you are not concentrating. What's come over you? Did you never hear your aunt sing, Lucia? You look like her.
But I don't sing like her.
She is different. I love her. Her freaking outfit, okay? Queen looks great in anything she's wearing.
Your heart is not in your singing anymore. Each time you come here now, you look happier and you sing worse. You are in love.
Yes.
Oh, she's in love. That's why she hasn't been singing well.
Something I never expected would happen. But suddenly it is as if nothing else existed. Even my music, which used to mean so much to me.
She's like, now all that matters is my love.
I'm too happy. That's why you said that tragedy was something I could never understand.
It was cruel of me to say that. Untrue.
I love the lighting of the scene, how she like moved and it's turned into shadow on her face.
Free yourself from the past and forget your singing too for a while. Will you let me meet the man who is taking my pupil away from me?
I have a feeling you've already met him.
Did you tell him?
He said I should take my happiness.
Why do you still hesitate, Paula?
But I don't know you. I don't know anything about you.
No, I about you, but I want to marry you.
Not a good way to start a relationship. Always get to know the person first.
I've waited all my life till now. I can wait a little longer.
I feel like he's already manipulating her with some love bombing. I don't know. Like, I don't know you, bro.
I should go away by myself for a week just to know what I'm doing, just to be sure.
The sooner you go, the sooner you will come back. We'll never forget for one moment that I'm here.
Waiting for you. He's saying all the right things. And he's very handsome, very dashing. I mean, honestly, I'd probably fall in love with him. Let's be honest.
Well, I'm going to London. I go and say good morning to my flowers in Thornton Square every day. Do you know it?
She's like, I know it quite well. I appreciate that she's going away to kind of understand her mind and where it's at. She's not making that hasty marriage decision.
No, we had a real live murder there.
Oh my God.
A famous singer called Alice Alquist. They never found out who killed her. They never even found a motive.
So her aunt was murdered. Honey, take the hint. She clearly is not interested in this conversation anymore. Whose hand is that? What?
If you hadn't come, I should have sent for you.
He followed her? It's a bit strange. It's just a bit strange.
What were you dreaming of?
I saw all the places where we'll be together.
I was thinking of our life together, too. I don't know how it ends. Perhaps it never ends until I do.
The perfect love that I really like in her roles thus far that I've seen her in her earlier work. Ingrid Bergman is never asked to play something that she's not. They're not asking her to pretend to be like a woman from England. Like, obviously her accent is very pronounced. I feel like sometimes that's not always taken into account in other movies. So I'm glad that they really kind of factor that in.
Someday, after we've had our honeymoon, settle down in a home of our own somewhere.
Where?
London.
Why London? Why do you want to go to London? That's really specific. I think of a honeymoon. I don't think I'm going to go to London. You know, no offense to London. It's beautiful there. I'm thinking Paris. I'm thinking Italy. Not quite London.
Could we settle down in London, not in a house in a square?
She looks so scared, poor thing.
Why do you look like that?
Because there is a house in a square.
Do not.
Thornton Square. She left it to me.
Don't tell me they're gonna move into the house that she lived with her deceased aunt.
I could even face that house with you.
You shall have your house in a square.
She suggested that they move into that house. Okay, then that's completely on her, because I wouldn't have said that.
Good morning. Good morning, Mr.
Good morning.
It's you.
It's like, I know you.
Don't tell me you're coming to live in number 9. I'll call directly you're settled. That's my house over there, the one with the pink curtains.
The one with the pink curtains. There is something pleasant about her. She is quite pleasant. Everything's covered up, so clearly no one's lived in there since she left, obviously. Who would want to live in a murder house? Oh, you have to light each individual light.
It was there that I found her, there in front of the fire, under her own portrait.
Oh my God. She found her? It's got to be incredibly traumatic. Especially if she found her, that's horrid.
How would it be if we took away all these things that remind you so of her? So you can't even see it.
Parties again?
Later, yes. Let us have our honeymoon here by ourselves for a little longer.
God. I need her skin regimen, honestly. It's like flawless.
Here's an old letter. Dear Miss Alquist, I beg of you to see me just once more. I have followed you to London. It was written by somebody called Sergius Bauer.
Give it to me.
It's a little bit weird. A little strange you're acting like that, buddy.
While you're afraid of anything, there cannot be any happiness for us. You must forget her.
How could you ask me to forget her? That's insane. Another red flag. You know what I'm saying? Just saying. Gives off a vibe, you know?
If you have your bags with you, you can start immediately. Your wages will be £16 a year.
Yes, sir.
Oh, just one more thing. I don't want you to bother your mistress about anything.
It's Angela frickin' Lansbury. Oh my god.
Oh, Paula, this is our new housemaid. I have a present for you, Paula.
Gregory.
That's beautiful. Showering her with gifts. Love bombing her.
Pin is not very strong.
No.
I'll have it mended.
You know, you are inclined to lose things, Paula.
I am? No, I didn't realize that.
Oh, just little things.
I mean, it is beautiful, though. I will give him that.
What's the matter with her, mistress? She don't look ill to me, is she?
The master keeps telling her she is.
Oh, telling her something she's not?
Bit whereupon the axe descended, instrument of torture upon which prisoners were stretched.
Uncle Brian, what's the matter? You look as if you've seen a ghost.
That's exactly what I thought I'd seen.
That is so scary. He was familiar with her. I thought he was familiar with him.
I've been noticing, Paula, that you've been forgetful, losing things, and don't look so worried, Paula. It's nothing. You get tired and...
I'm tired now. Can't we go home?
Oh, no, we still have the Crown Jewels to see.
How do you know where they are? You haven't been here before.
Guide told us inside.
You sure? I don't remember that. His mask is slipping just a little bit. Gregory, if that's your real name.
Are you becoming suspicious as well as absent-minded, Paula?
Telling her she's forgetful? Or was he just making Paula believe that that guy was looking at her when really that guy was looking at him? I don't know. This is literally called gaslight. Did he just gaslight us, the audience? I don't know.
Oh, Paula, you might give me your brooch so I can have it repaired. Anything wrong?
No.
Oh no.
Oh, Gregory, I can't find it.
I swear, nowhere in this movie did it look like she took it out of her frickin' purse.
I must turn everything out.
Oh, Paula, didn't I tell you? How did you come to lose it?
I don't remember opening my bag.
You didn't. Not once. I was watching you.
You did put it in there.
Yes?
Don't you even remember that?
Yes, of
Ew.
course I do. Suddenly I'm beginning not to trust my memory at all.
Oh my god, he's already beginning to frickin' manipulate her.
Nancy, has the master left?
Yes, Mum, a little while ago.
Please see that he has plenty of coal on the fire in his room, won't you?
You already told me that, Mum.
I don't know why she's giving off a weird vibe too. This Angela Lansbury's character is feeling a little, like, iffy. I don't know. Feeling a little weird about her.
Nancy, did you turn the gas up in there?
No, why?
Thought it went down in here as if you had.
I never touched it.
Are there footsteps up above her? Because there was that boarded off room, remember?
Never knew you'd gone out.
Well, I just went for a walk, but it looks as if it might rain.
Suppose the master comes back and asks where you've gone.
But tell him I just went for a walk.
By yourself, Mum?
Oh my... He's got a frickin' hold on her, bro. He's got a frickin' hold on her. Nancy, you're supposed to be on her side. What are you doing? So now we know that she's being psychologically manipulated to stay in the house.
I tell you the case is dead. I'm not going to have it all dug up again for nothing.
Oh, he's looking into the case. I love how he's an American detective. Is he a detective working in England?
What's your interest in this case anyway?
Well, I once met Alice Alquist. And now...
Now you've seen someone you think looks like her.
living in the same house.
So Paula looks like her aunt. Oh, wow, that's crazy.
There were some jewels. They were given to her by somebody very highly placed.
That's why she was murdered.
Well, that was the official theory.
So that's why her husband is so fixated with jewels. Okay, so clearly her husband has something to do with this strangulation murder. I'm thinking he's probably the one who killed the aunt.
You're looking very pretty this afternoon, Nancy. The policeman on the beat. Is his heart going to be added to the list of those you've broken? And that complexion of yours.
He's openly flirting with the help now while she's there. So he basically just openly mocked her in front of her maid.
No wonder that girl despises me, the way you encourage her, the way she talks to me, the way she looks at me.
Looks at you. I hope you're not starting to imagine things again.
Okay, first of all, he's disgusting because, I feel like he's orchestrating this entire thing to make her feel like she's sick and, everyone's out to get her and she can't leave her own damn house that she owns because her aunt left that to her, not to you, Gregory, okay? Let's just have that for a second. Ew. Yeah, he is gaslighting her. That, I mean, obviously, that's the nature of this entire movie. I already knew I was gonna get triggered, but it's just so blatant. It's so blatant and it's what? I'm so upset.
Miss Thwaites is downstairs. She wanted to know if the mistress was at home.
Well, I don't think we need bore ourselves with them.
But she has called so many times, and we've never been at home to her.
I do not want people all over this house.
Because he doesn't want people looking all over this house. He's showing his true colors.
We're going out tonight.
Oh, you didn't tell me. Have I forgotten?
She's literally so manipulated in her mind that she's not even trusting her own memory. And that's literally what she said earlier. Like, she can't even trust her own mind. But she's literally like, he's literally changing her memories as if she can't even trust her mind. That's crazy. I've never seen it on this level, like gaslighting on this level. Again, obviously, because this is the beginnings of that, you know, that term. But this is like so blatant. Like, it's crazy.
What's the matter?
I mean, you don't know. Look.
Yes, the little picture has been taken down.
Go and look for that picture. So you knew where it was all the time.
I only looked there because that's where it was found twice before. If it was I who took it down the other times, well, then I don't know what I do anymore. Be gentle with me.
She's so innocent. Oh my God. Ugh. He makes me so frustrated and angry, and I'm just disgusted. He's disgusting.
You better go to your room.
What are you going to do?
Going out.
I get so frightened when I'm here alone.
Never told me that before.
But I'm telling you now, I'm frightened of the house.
So this whole thing that he's painted, this really like sweet, you know, loving man is just a freaking monster from hell. Like, he's just so disgusting. But he's doing a great job in really unwinding slowly, you know, and really showing his true colors. It's brilliant, but it makes me hate him. Oh my God. And she hears noises. It's all the husband. The son of a gun, bro. Joseph, please save our damsel in distress. Oh, we got an invitation. The question though is, why is he psychologically manipulating her? I don't get it. Like, what is the reason? Is it just for his own sick, twisted game? Look, she looks gorgeous.
Why are you dressed up like that?
Because tonight is Lady Dalroy's reception. I'm going to this reception, Gregory.
Well, then, I'm afraid you'll have to go alone.
Go alone.
I must go alone.
Yep, she don't need you, Gregory.
Hola. I didn't realize this party meant so much to you. I'll go and change immediately. You didn't really think I would let you go alone, did you? I shan't be a minute.
Screw off, buddy. This is how he ropes her back in, is with that sort of love bombing or like that affection, just to manipulate her again. Oh my God. Oh my God. Look, they came. He's never gonna leave her side. So I feel like he's probably uneasy around Brian because Brian's a cop.
You'll find some seats over there. The Ratsky hasn't played yet. I'll see you later at supper.
Sounds good to me. Let's see what happens at this dinner party / music party thing. I hope that this cop catches this freaking husband, because he's so freaking aggravating, man.
When she's gone.
Don't have an episode, baby. Don't have an episode, baby. We all know it wasn't you, boo. Oh my God, and he's gonna find it. That's a you problem. It's your watch. He's trying to freaking manipulate her again. Oh my God. Now he's gonna... Look. It's one thing to make her look like insane in her own house, which is a whole nother kind of evil. But to then do it in public is just, it's a low blow, bro. It's a low blow, bro. Like, seriously. Oh my God, I love him in the top hat. He's so handsome.
I've tried so hard to keep it within these walls, my own house.
It's not your house. God, I don't care if it's like he acquires it out of marriage. It's not your house.
Gregory, are you trying to tell me I'm insane?
You're
That's what
not.
I'm trying not to tell myself.
That's what you've been hinting and suggesting for months now. When I found that letter.
Ooh, trace it back. She remembers.
That's when it began. I can see you still. You had nothing in your hand. Your mother was mad. She died in an asylum when you were a year old.
That's not true. Like, but she would know that because she never knew her mother.
And in the end, she died in an asylum with no brain at all.
No, please.
He's disgusting. I don't know what more I can do to just vent.
Now perhaps you will understand why I cannot let you meet people.
I wonder if audiences were ready for something like this. Like what were people feeling when they watched this for the first time? Were they like, oh, this is like crazy, like how I'm experiencing? Like what, like how dare you? Like were they enraged? Or were they just like in awe? Like I would really love to know what audiences were thinking when they watched this the first time, because I would not have been able to make it through this movie if I were watching it in theaters. I would be so so triggered. I'd be so mad. But the movie itself is very well presented. I have to give it that.
Where'd he go? Get past me as I came through the alleys.
You don't suppose he could have gone into his own house, do you? Why should a man walk out of his own house all the way around the corner just to get back to the same place where he started from?
It's because he's the one creating the illusion in her head that she's going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's so freaking annoying. Look, she's freaking losing it. Poor thing. She thinks she's losing her mind, and it's not even her.
Elizabeth, do you hear anything?
Hear anything?
Yes, up there. Listen.
Listen to what, Mum?
Is Elizabeth in on this? Because that's really freaking low, too.
There are no noises up there, Mum. The old floor's boarded up. You know, Mum, you just imagine things.
Now she's gaslighting her. I'm not imagining things. I hear it, Elizabeth. Oh my God, this is just, please, just give her something. Give her some line to hold on to. Some shred of sanity.
And certainly, who should I see turning up out of the fog but our friend again? Coming out of the mews, it looked like.
Yes?
That man had been up to something.
He's been going into the other house.
Answer tell you anything this morning?
Seems the master told her that her mistress might be gone away for quite a long time.
Why ever would he say that unless he was planning to do something to her?
Well, what do you think that means?
Any one of a number of quite unpleasant things. I've got to get into that house tonight.
Oh my God, he's gonna save her. I pray this has a happy ending because this whole entire movie I've been just so freaking angry at everyone and everything.
I'm sorry, sir, but the mistress won't see anyone.
You're Elizabeth, aren't you? You're fond of your mistress, aren't you, Elizabeth? I'm a friend, and that's why you're going to let me see her.
There she is. I haven't talked about the camera movement, but I really have noticed that it's been used to kind of add suspense to the film.
My name is Brian Cameron.
Why?
Oh, not until I've given you this. Look at it. Look at it, please. Alice Alquist gave it to me years ago at Covent Garden.
The other glove.
Now you'll trust me, won't you?
Oh, the one, oh my gosh, I love that that's what he gave her. Wow. She always wanted to know what happened to it.
She gave it to you.
I also noticed that the costuming specifically of Ingrid Bergman has also kind of played a part in her sort of emotional state. So when she's like kind of lucid in her own person, she was dressed in a lot more lighter colors. When she's sort of like in this delusion or this manipulation set on by her husband, she's in darker colors and there's like rings under her eyes. Like they're using costuming to really tell the emotional state of her character. It's noticeable. I really love it.
Are you planning on going away somewhere?
I know I have nowhere to go.
So she's not planning, but her husband's planning for her to go somewhere. Well,
I'm afraid
You're afraid you're going out of your mind. Well, I'm here to prove to you that you're not. Where is your husband now?
Above, playing with the frickin' gaslights, gaslighting me, manipulating me.
He has taken a studio where he can work on his composing. He can't work in this house.
Is there anyone else in the house now except us and Elizabeth?
No, why?
The gas just went down.
You see it too. She's like, you see it too. Thank you. Thank you for confirming that for her.
Every night when my husband goes out.
The light goes down, and then what?
I think I hear things.
Moving upstairs. It's totally your husband.
What's up there?
A whole floor of trunks and furniture.
Is that what you meant?
Yes.
Yes, she's like, thank God, thank you so much. Oh my God.
You know, don't you?
Your husband is manipulating you.
Oh, how could he be? Why?
To make you feel like you're losing your mind. What is he looking for? I mean, thank God it's just a chair, but God knows what he can do.
He has a revolver. Why shouldn't he?
Do you know where he keeps it?
I think he has it in his desk in there.
Grab it. Oh my God. What is he looking for up there, though? I don't get it.
No, you can't open his desk. What should I say to him? Oh.
You won't have to say anything.
You don't have to say anything, because by the end of this, he ain't gonna be alive to manipulate you anymore.
Perhaps it's a good thing I came tonight.
I was right.
Yeah, you were right. You're not crazy.
There was a letter.
Sergius Bauer.
There was a Sergius Bauer connected with Alice Alquist. He was a young pianist who played for her in Prague.
He was a I knew it. So he's the one who freaking strangled her.
Mrs. Anton, your husband and Sergius Bauer, one and the same person. And this letter was written 2 days before her murder.
Yup. Pieces are being put together. Thank you.
But he said there wasn't any letter. He said I was going out of my mind.
You're slowly and systematically being driven out of your mind.
But why?
Because you found this letter know too much for the things for which Alice Alquist was murdered. Her jewels.
All this for freaking burglary?
Jewels for which he was searching that night when he was frightened away by a little girl.
So did he wait for her to turn old and then marry her? Just to psychologically manipulate her? Oh my God, it was on the wardrobe, on the costume. This greedy. Oh my God, he's so disgusting. I don't know what else to do. I don't know what else to say.
But what am I going to say to the master when he comes back?
He won't come back anymore, Elizabeth.
Oh my God, you have to get him. You know where he is. Now you just have to get him. That's all you have to do. He's gonna break the doors down. Oh my God, he just opened it like it wasn't even really boarded up. And actually, she still didn't do it. Technically, she didn't break into his stuff.
Or you would not have broken open my desk.
I didn't open it. It was he. A man who came to see me.
I would start playing into this insane trope.
Elizabeth, who was the man who came to see your mistress while I was out?
What man, sir?
Nothing of the sort. Make him start psychologically manipulating him.
But Elizabeth, but you saw him. You opened the door for him yourself.
I didn't see anyone at all.
Oh my God. Now she's gonna think that she's losing it.
He was here. I know it.
You see how it is, Elizabeth?
Yes, sir. I see just how it is.
She's in such a fragile state psychologically that this probably isn't the best thing for her right now. But I understand that this is also part of the plan, you know?
It was a dream.
Actually, it wasn't a dream.
Is that any part of this curious dream of yours, Mrs. Anton?
Frickin' Sammy Grace!
Would you be kind enough to tell me what you're doing here?
Mrs. Anton, don't you think you'd better go to bed?
Don't you think you better explain your business, sir?
Well, as a mere figment existing in your wife's mind, I could hardly be said to have any business.
Okay, what's the showdown? What's about to happen? I'm so curious to know what's about to happen.
And this is where Alice Alquist hid them, where all the world could see them.
For the last time, what do you want of me?
The jewels, injustice.
Get him. I hope he picked the revolver up. Oh, I hope he goes to jail. I don't want him to die because I feel like that's really extensive. Although I was saying pick up the revolver, right? But now I just feel like maybe he just needs to go to jail. That's what he needs to do. Beautiful chiaroscuro lighting.
Well, Mrs. Anton, perhaps you'd like to see these things. They cost a woman's life. They cost you something, too.
Yeah, your mental state and years of therapy that obviously doesn't exist yet. But if it weren't today, years of therapy. Ooh, tied him up. Take him to jail. You filthy disgusting.
I want to speak to my husband.
I'll be waiting on the stairs.
No, go and see if he's listening.
No, I'm not under your control anymore, buddy.
He told you a lot of things about me, didn't he?
Yes.
He's still trying to psychologically manipulate her.
Do you really, Gregory, or shall I call you Sergius?
Yeah, do we even know who you are?
Have you never heard of an artist taking a stage name? That was a part of my life I didn't care to tell you about. I was a failure then. They don't hang a man for that, do they?
They hang a man for killing? I forgot he killed. Maybe he should die then, I don't know.
Look into my eyes. If I ever meant anything to you, then help me, Paula.
You know what I would do? I'd be like, you don't. You mean nothing to me, bro. Slap him right in the face. Nice, good slap.
In the drawer of that cupboard over there, there is a knife. Get it and cut me free.
No, I don't think I want to do that.
Yes, I'll get it. There's no knife here.
I put it there tonight.
No, it isn't here. You must have dreamed you put it there. Have you gone mad, my husband? Or is it I who am mad? Yes, of course, that's it.
That was so perfect.
How can a mad woman help her husband? Yes, I am mad as my mother was mad.
No, Paula! That wasn't true.
Using it against him.
Because I am mad, I have betrayed you, and because I am mad, I'm rejoicing in my heart without a shred of pity, without a shred of regret, watching you go with glory in my heart.
Best revenge that could have possibly happened? Better than a revolver? I fed into your lies. I'm mad. I can't help you. Sorry. Oh, he's getting what he deserves.
Bye, Paula.
Bye, Gregory.
Off to the jailhouse you go, buddy. Good riddance. God, I'm so happy that was a happy ending.
This night will be a long night.
In the morning when the sun rises, sometimes it's hard to believe there ever was a night. Perhaps I can help somehow.
You're very kind.
Oh, but they get to be together now. I'm down for that. It was like her book, too. Oh, that was really an emotional roller coaster because I feel like I was literally triggered the entire movie. He was psychologically manipulating her. And it was so frustrating, the fact that he was able to go so far, but it's like he was a monster. Like, what do you expect? Like, he was disgusting. Beside that, that was a really great film. I didn't talk much about like the technical aspect because I was just so immersed in the story, which means that it was a really well-written story. I mean, I can only imagine what audiences were like thinking coming out of the theater. Like, I would have been like, thank you. At least we got some justice at the end of that, because the whole time I'm just screaming, wanting to just reach through the screen and just frickin' choke him out because I'm just so mad that he's able to psychologically manipulate, to gaslight his wife. Like, that's just, it was freaking annoying. But beside that, I think that the story and the technical aspect was very simplistic. It didn't need to be so much because the story was the thing that really needed to shine in this movie. There were little things like the camera movement was very dynamic. I noticed that a lot. The acting from Ingrid Bergman was just so stellar. Like, she really made you feel like she was this innocent woman who was just in love with her husband and just a victim of his just disgusting, manipulative, gunk. But you felt that from her, you know? She was very demure, and all you wanted to do was help her. So I can see why she got the Oscar for Best Actress, because she acted her tail off in that. The gentleman who played Charles Boyer, who played Gregory, he was brilliant, because I despised the man the entire time, except for the beginning when I was like, he's very charming, because, you know, he was charming, and that was the point. But he did a fantastic job in just really carrying this monstrous character. Like, it's not easy to do that, right? Because you're playing the character, but you're still wearing the face of the character. So, and I've heard a lot of stories where like celebrities will still be disliked after the movie's over because they just did such a good job playing such a crappy character, you know? So he did fantastic. Joseph Cotton, I mean, he was just eye candy. Like, he was really handsome. He did a great job, but for the most part, he was just eye candy. Like, super handsome. He's a phenomenal actor, of course, but I mean, his character was more of like the savior role, so there wasn't a whole lot of like depth that needed to be there. He just needed to play the savior role, you know, and he did a great job at that. Obviously, I've seen his acting skills, and he's stellar, but for the most part, he was just really great to look at, in my opinion. But yeah, that was fantastic. It was such a great film. I think for people who want to kind of understand what gaslighting is, like, that was the most blatant example of what gaslighting is. Obviously, there are more nuanced versions of gaslighting, but that was basically what gaslighting is. I suggest that you watch this to really understand what it means. You know, it really gives you a sense of what the term means and how it's used in situations like that. That was a fantastic film, guys. Thank you so much for recommending it, and thank you so much for watching it with me. All right, everyone, that does it for this video. As always, if you liked it as much as I did, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you would like to become an official MWMer, then please hit that subscribe button and that bell notification to stay in the loop. If you would like to see this film's full reaction, you will find it on my Patreon, available to our Golden Oscar tier patrons. Patreon is where I also host my bi-weekly MWM live watch parties, where every other Saturday night at 5 p.m. Arizona time, we come together and we watch one classic film live via Zoom. And there is still time to get in on those Christmas polls. They close November 25th at 11:59, so if you want a voice in what Christmas movies we're watching, please check that out. It will be on Patreon, which is linked down in the description box below. In the next video, we are finishing our Noirvember Fusion series by watching a film that a lot of you guys have recommended to me. I've seen it so many times in the comments, and I'm finally so excited to share this reaction with you. We are going to be watching The Asphalt Jungle. I'm so excited to be watching Asphalt Jungle. If you have not seen it, then please watch it before watching the reaction. I have provided links of where I bought my physical copy, as well as where you can stream it online down in the description. If you have a recommendation of any classic Hollywood films, then please reach out to me on social media, on Facebook and TwitTwak. I was gonna say Twitter, and then I remembered I had to say TikTok, and I said TwitTwak. Wow. On Instagram and TikTok at movieswithmia_. If social media is not your jam, fear not. I do have an email. My email is miawilliams642@gmail.com. And while you're online, why not consider checking out my LetterBoxd account? There, I have a documentation of every film or TV series that we have seen on the channel. So if that sounds of interest to you, then check that out. It is under the handle at Mamma Mia Tiffany. And yeah, that does it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please have a safe and healthy, happy Thanksgiving, whether you're spending it with your family, your friends, yourself, going out, staying in. Just please be safe this Thanksgiving holiday, and I'll see you, boo, in the next video. Bye, everyone. Today, we are continuing our Noirvember Fusion series. We're doing that again. That was like, what? Huh? Like, I got confused. If you're not quite interested in becoming a patron, I do. And that link is also in the. I'm sweating. I literally have a tissue. Well, really, it's a paper towel. To just dab my face. And I know, I wear long sleeves. I do it to myself, but it's okay. Beauty is pain. Beauty is pain. All right, guys, at this point, we are going to jump right on to the film's reaction. No, we're not, because we haven't done the historical background yet. Let's do that first. All right. My dogs are absolutely barking right now. Once the rights were sold to MGM, they wanted Hedy Lamarr in the title role, not the title role because it's not titular. In the main female, the leading lady. That's the word I'm looking for. Okay, and that's it. That's a wrap. Bye.